It's 40 degrees out. Took out the leather jacket for the first time in a long time. I love this leather jacket. I got it a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that, over in the Middle East. I had it custom made by a little shop over there, and the guy custom fitted it to me. He put all the colors that I wanted in it. He customized it with my name. He put 204 on the front of it, and then he put a gun holster on the inside, custom fit, and he put my military insignia on the inside as well. This is probably the most legit jacket I've ever seen in my life. The dude did an awesome job. So I'm pretty careful with it. I don't really want to get it all weathered, so I don't take it out in the rain or anything. This is the first time I've taken the R1 out in a while. It's good for it to get it all charged up and get the engine warmed up, get some fuel running through it. It's Veterans Day today, so thank you to all the veterans out there. It's observed tomorrow, since today is Sunday. Oh god, my neck. I kinked my neck, and I tend to do that when I'm really straining myself. It's always my neck, I swear. Oh, it's hard to look around. If I'm really pushing myself, I always strain my neck. It's like all of my energy just comes straight from my neck. I don't know. Gosh, Napoleon, you bruised my neck meat. Oh, snap. It's getting dark. I didn't think it was going to get dark this early. I knew it was going to get dark, but dang. It's Sunday, so I should probably hit the gym before work, since there's not going to be anybody there. People tend not to work out on Sundays, which is good. There's nothing worse than going to work out and then all the stuff is getting used that you want to use. And I feel really uncomfortable smashed together with a bunch of people. If it's more than one or two people, I get a little freaked out. It's not natural. I maintain that it's not natural to have people stacked on top of each other. The city is weird. The funny thing is, they all think it's normal, but it's not normal at all. You guys all have this weird state that you've kind of absorbed into. It's only within the past 150, 200 years where communities started getting gigantic. With people in such close proximity, I really think that things happen, you know, that you get really good at just social interactions that are meaningless, I guess. I'm horrible at meaningless social interactions, I really am. I like more meaningful discussions. I had an interview, I had a chance to have a long conversation with the chief of police of, I think it was Meridian PD back then. He said, "Carl, you're the guy that gives a explanation this long," and he did this with his finger. He's like, a 1 inch explanation for something that needs to be explained a mile's worth. And with that said, I would still not even hesitate to hire you. Gained a massive amount of respect for that guy, because he understood things that most people don't. You know, most people in society are, and I was watching a program about psychology and the psychology of just acting like you know what you're doing, and that's kind of what society itself is built off of. They actually did studies on if people actually knew what they were talking about, and one of the things they did it on was just something simple. People can't do simple things, but they can pretend like they can. So I really do think that society is built on whether or not you can pretend. Sometimes I do it out of necessity, but you know, other than that, there's no way I'm gonna pretend like I know something that I don't know. If I tell you that I can do something, I can definitely do it. Another example, I had a training scenario that happened, and there was a guy from a different branch in the military, and he was like just all talk. He was one of those guys I'm talking about. And then you would believe this dude was a operator. I mean, this dude, you would just listen to his words and be like, man, this guy can really shoot. We went to the range. This guy was ejecting live rounds onto the range. He couldn't shoot, couldn't hardly hit the target. And the same thing happened with the mixed martial arts portion. That's why I like sports that don't involve the entire team, because I like man versus man sports where, okay, your mouth runs a mile a minute, but let's see what you actually can do. I really enjoy combat sports, mixed martial arts. I like the George St. Pierre's of the mixed martial arts world, the Holly Holmes, because you have these guys that, especially in combat sports, oh my god, you have guys that are huge douches. Those are the guys I like to see just get smashed out. And it's the same thing with motocross or enduro. You have guys like Graham Jarvis. That guy doesn't talk any trash, man. He's 44 years old, and he goes out, he trains hard. He does an 8-hour day or a 12-hour day of just training and riding. And they call him the silent assassin. Goes out and he annihilates the entire field. That's what I'm talking about. In real life, there's generally a direct correlation. The guys who don't say the loudest can usually do the loudest. I had an old job. I was up in a control center, and so I was up there for a few hours, and because we were switching off, and one of the new guys came in. He was this military guy. He was I think he was an ex-Marine or something like that, and real you know, tough guy. Oh, so I just want to be where the action is, and he was going on like that, and I was like, cool, that's awesome, man. You can have all of it you want here. They'll put you there if you want it, because none of us want to be here, because all of us have been here for a while and it sucks. That dude, I saw him in the corridor leaving our work a couple weeks after that, and he was literally in tears. But, you know, I'm friends with a lot of people like that. Anyways, that's my conclusion. You know, as a society as a whole, we are faking it. Completely faking it. Anyways, guys, catching the next ride. It's getting a little chilly out here.